Okay, we're talking about verticality again. Today is going to be elevators. Elevators, they act a little differently from, your basic platforms. So normally you can just kind of spread something over them, it works, but the moment it starts moving, behaves a little differently. No? We got our test dummy over there, don't worry about them yet. And if the elevator's not there, nothing's gonna happen. It's not gonna go over the giant hole in the ground. So first off, Ashes of War, as usual. As you can see, Hoarfrost Stomp. It kinda works. I don't have a list for these this time. There's quite a few that I'm gonna be checking out. I'm just grabbing and going from there, so. The Black Knife, it kinda jumps you in the air when you use it, right? So if it's in motion, it actually works. You don't fall to the ground or fly up in the air. It actually works while the elevator is moving. It did look like it launched me into the sky for a moment there, but yes, it doesn't get you killed. So, Mist of Slumber. Anything like Chilling Mist, Poisonous Mist, Mist of Slumber, anything that makes a cloud, like Fia's Mist, anything like that. Night Maiden's Mist. If it's in motion, it's not gonna follow you. It's gonna stay over there. And I was interested in seeing how Sword of Light and the Sword of Dark worked. Because they sort of spread out. Anything that creates a projectile is not gonna follow you. So how does this work? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's really interesting though. That's pretty cool. Like you're going up, and it's just all falling on the elevator. Looks really nice. And we also have the Sword of Light. Sword of Dark, Sword of Light. You know how it is. So let's see what this one does. I think this one actually will work, because it spawns from the sword. And not just... Yeah, see, it's not falling down. Because it comes out of the sword. Sword of Dark, though, it seemed like that one does not. Now this... Of course, the magic one creates a projectile. But the fire one creates an AoE, which then creates pillars of fire. So normally, if you're in motion... Yep, it doesn't stay with you. Ooh, the lava pillars actually spawn still. That's interesting. Okay, what happens when the floor is gone, though? Okay. It still makes the fire tornado. Okay. Let's see what we got. Let's do this one at a time now, so I don't have to go through everything over and over. I was just curious, does this, like, connect to the sword, or does it, like, actually become a projectile? Okay, so it connects to the sword, so it's not gonna fly away. What about Ordovis? I think that one connects to the sword, too. Oh, no, it doesn't. It makes a projectile. You see, those explosions are not gonna follow us. See, it stayed up there. This is important, because while you're going down, it's not gonna hit anyone going down with you. Okay, this actually I tested earlier. Yeah, that doesn't work. It works when it's not moving, though, which is important to note. Blasphemous Blade should also work. Taker's Flames. When it's not moving. But does it work when it's not here? Probably not, right? Yeah, no. Actually, Blasphemous Blade doesn't work down, from what we learned in the previous video. But will it go across like this tiny bit? Oh, it does. Cool. But will it travel off the elevator while we're going down? Ooh, it does. Just a little bit, but it does. What about when we're going up? Probably not, right? Oh, it's weird. So it attaches to the wall, if it's close enough. Okay. This probably will cause the explosion. And then, yeah, that doesn't stay with you. Okay. Sacred Relic Sword. I probably need dexterity, yeah. So this probably doesn't work. Yeah, that doesn't work. Maybe when it's not moving? When the elevator's not moving, maybe? Yeah, it works when it's not moving. Okay. I also had to find, like, a short enough elevator to do this fast enough. So yeah, that doesn't work. What else do we got? Oh, I wanted to show off this. So Phalanx. Any of the Phalanx skills. When you're going up, it drifts up. It's affected by gravity. So what that means is when you're going down, it slams into the elevator sometimes. It's just something to be aware of. You can actually jump to prevent it sometimes, but yeah. So those are just going to be with us forever now, because it doesn't seem like it's actually going to crash. So that'll be fun. So these create those beams of light. Those beams of light travel while we're doing it. Careful now. Yeah, they fell down the elevator. Oh yeah, accidentally shot the dummy. Oh well. Goodbye, Phalanx. Almost fell. Okay, it kind of works. Does it work down the elevator? Well, I'm dead. Oh, I'm alive. Cool. Yeah, so... Weird. Actually spawns. What about this one? Bad idea. Don't do that. You'll probably fall and die. What else do we got? Oh, Malekith's Black Blade. Okay. So this spawns a projectile, but does it follow? Oh? Maybe a little bit? We'll see better when we're going down. Ooh, it kind of sticks with you a little bit. I think because each one is its own projectile. Each slash. Okay, okay. Magma Blade, that could be a good idea. Oh yeah, that lava's not spawning on the elevator. That is not sticking around with us. It kind of floats in the air. Okay. Now Nebula. Nebula's definitely not going to follow us, because it spawns a projectile. That's not going to work. The Horned Warrior Sword. That's not going to work. Well, maybe it won't follow with the elevator. Yeah, that's not going to work. We need to see going downwards, though. Oh, it spawned, like, at the bottom? Where? Okay, that's wonky. Normally, like, it works like Thunderbolt, so it needs a target. If you don't have a target... Okay, so that didn't work. But going down. Sometimes going down is different. Yeah, it doesn't work. Huh. Okay, I know that this isn't gonna work. This spawns a projectile. So it's gonna make it, but it's not gonna follow you. Magma Worm. Well, it works like magma, so I'd assume the same thing that happened with the curved sword. Yep. The lava spawns where you're at. Something like Stormcaller, though, that comes off the weapon. So this'll work. Yeah. That definitely works. Oh, maybe not as much as I thought, but it still works. It works enough. Sword of Night. Actually interested. Yeah, I don't think that follows you. Ooh, it doesn't actually. Okay. Dragon Scale Blade, the Ice Lightning Sword. This causes thunder, like a lightning slash situation. So yeah, the lightning doesn't follow. The strike doesn't happen. But it actually happens down the elevator. But because there's no ground, like it'll happen if I do this. See? End of Millennia. I know how this works. However, you're moving on the elevator. Also, I'm supposed to have this active because it'll make it a lot easier. Notice how we got health back. Something important. Okay. So, Waterfowl. You can actually defy gravity a little bit. Got a video on that. Well, not specifically. It was a short. What about this? Does this also cause that to happen? We stay in the air. So if you fall off of something with waterfowl, you'll actually be kind of okay. Okay, that doesn't do it. Okay. Okay, so none of the ones where you like jump in the air are getting me killed yet. We saw Hoarfrost Stomp. How about Roseus's? This one spawns projectile. So, yeah, it's not. Not gonna work. They spawn though. They do spawn. That's a bad idea. Don't throw yourself off the elevator. Okay, now we have the ones that I wanted to test. The specific ones you can put on anything. Okay, the less specific ones you can put on anything. So Raptor of the Mists. That causes you to jump, right? Oh, I'm gonna have to do better than that. Right? So, what happens if you jump while you're going down? Oh, you're actually okay. Huh. Okay, so the ones where you jump in the air don't seem to actually be a problem. Except for Waterfowl, because Waterfowl will actually get you to fall off the ledge. Okay, I was curious about this one. Horrorloo's Earthshaker. Does the explosion actually follow you? Or does it matter? I don't think it really matters, but... yeah, it doesn't follow you. It goes up. That actually makes it easier to hit with. Okay, Lion's Claw was another one of the ones where I thought, oh, it launches you in the air. I should have also gotten Storm Assault, but it's okay. We can try Frenzy Flame Thrust, same thing. Yeah, so Lion's Claw doesn't actually do that. Waves of Darkness. Okay, I know this one doesn't work. Technically. We can do this. Okay! Creates a projectile that doesn't follow you. Okay. I'm surprised by how many of these are actually sort of working. But there's another application for this. We have the elevator down. We are up. If you position this over the side... a little bit further than that. Really? A little bit further then. There we go. You can actually spawn the explosion down the elevator. See that? Not hitting the dummy. Maybe the dummy needs to be closer. There we go. So you can actually get it to hit people at the bottom of elevators. Important. You can also probably do that with Eruption. Might die. was a good run. We'll be back. Okay, so let's try Eruption again. It spawns the lava. Like it works. But it'll spawn the lava in the air. Yep. Yep. It's very weird how the lava does that. There's technically a shorter elevator in Lanedale, but I can't summon for it. Because you need the boss alive. Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt, I wanted to try out Thunderbolt. We tried out Horn Calling. Didn't work. But Thunderbolt's a little bitty bit different. Okay, clearly it works. Not what I expected. Thunderbolt? Yeah, it doesn't perfectly follow, but it's still there. Golden Land, this is another projectile explosion. The explosion should still hit. Oh, never mind, no it won't. Because the initial, like, cast of it doesn't follow you. It starts, and then it just stays where you put it. Okay. So yeah, that's bad. That's not gonna work. Relates charge. I was actually interested to see how this would work. Oh, it creates tracks of fire, right. And those should stay here. Yes. Okay, so being a little careful. Yes, it does work that way, okay. So it creates tracks of fire that keep going, huh? Okay. Divine Beast Frost Stomp should work really well, actually. I think we can actually send it down the elevator. Let's see if it follows us. It probably doesn't. Yeah, except for technically because it's spawning the projectile, it does. Okay. Yeah, going up, it doesn't work. But what about while we're already up here? What about while we're already up here? Does it go down? I think it did. I'd have to turn. Let me get the test dummy in a better position. Try that. Oh my! Oh, it definitely does. Check this out. Test dummy's a little closer now. Okay, I was a little too close. We need to actually back away a little bit from the elevator. So see, it hit the test dummy. That's cool. Waves of Darkness and Divine Beast Frost Stomp actually work down the elevator. Okay. That still looks like you could use it while you're going up. It's not going to be as good as other stuff, but... I mean, it's not as good as it's supposed to be, but it'll work. Yeah, that works. The explosion doesn't follow you, but it works. Works good enough. Let's see. So anything that's a projectile, like Envoy's Horn, anything that's a projectile, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. It's gonna clash right into the elevator. You're going up. All your comets, your glintstone pebbles, your spiral shards, your star showers, those are not gonna work. Star shower might work if you're going down. Specifically because of how it creates a projectile that then has tracking. Other ones are not going to work, though. When you're falling down, it's going to be too fast most of the time. Flowerstone Gavel. This one should work. Yeah. Cool. It doesn't follow you, but it's fast enough that it doesn't really matter. Yeah, that works. Cool. Does it work down the elevator? Let's see. I should be able to lock onto myself. And zap. Oh. It tried. And zap. It tried, though. I think it's the thing where we're too close. You actually have to be a little farther away. Yeah, the floor is in the way. Okay, I don't think this is a good choice for it. It tries, though. I can see it on the other camera. Or on the other screen. Yeah, it goes down, but it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Like, if I do this, it's not gonna work. Marcus Hammer, you die, but it would go down. It is a projectile that throws you, so... This is Nebula again. Nebula's not gonna work. This is a projectile. The Great Hammer, if you get the deflect, that's not gonna work. Not gonna work. Let me show you. So the black steel Great Hammer has the effect to apply the magic deflect explosion. Which then does a bit of holy damage. But that's not gonna work while we're on the elevator. Because it's gonna spawn where the explosion happened, okay? So that's not gonna work. In fact, it doesn't even seem to work here. Yeah. It doesn't even go on the elevator. Okay. Bubble shower. Bubble shower is not gonna work. Get out of here, test dummy. So, bubble shower makes a whole bunch of projectiles, so those are not gonna follow you. They did a little bit better than I thought they would, but... if you're going up, it's not gonna work. It still works, like, for the idea of, like, a close-range attack, but not much else. What about this? This causes a giant, like, fire storm. Does it follow you all the way down? Nope, it only goes a set distance. And it's not gonna work while we're going up. I think that's kind of a good thing. Because then the fire spawns at a lower position, so it might hit. What about this? This worked for the other Verticality episode. Claw Great Hammer is actually really cool. I think it works. Yeah, East Claw Great Hammer actually just works. It disregards all manner of verticality, and it just works. This spawns projectiles, that's not gonna work. We'll try it just to show off. So it should just fly up into the air, yep. Flies up into the air. And when we're going up, it smashes into the elevator, yep. Right into the elevator. I was curious about the Erd Tree Slam. Let's try it. Because we jump! Okay, we actually stick with the elevator while we're jumping. It's cool. Let me do it one more time. Yeah. It works just like jumping does. You actually stay with the momentum. Falling Star Beast Jaw. Gonna need a lot of int for that. So this probably is gonna work the same way as Hone Bolt. Oh, no, it's not. Hone Bolt work actually better. Thunderbolt, Hone Bolt, they work better. They actually spawn the projectile. This is not spawning the projectile. Not even above us. It's just straight up not working. It looks like it tried to. Oh, there we go. I think that was because it was far away enough, though. Yeah, see? There's like the damage splash, but it's not actually working. It's not causing the projectile to appear. Anvil Hammer, I'm curious. Does it spawn the spears? Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't spawn the spears. Okay. See, normally it's supposed to spawn these spears. It didn't do it. Tonia's Hammer, it should work the same way as Ordovis's, where the explosion doesn't follow you, but it still happens. Yeah. So it should still work. What about the Sunflower? Sunflower is a physical thing. I'm just curious. No. Okay. It works fine. But the Gazing Finger, this is not gonna work. Okay. Yeah, it didn't work. It only went to the side. What about straight down the middle? Yeah, see? It doesn't work. Oh, okay. Okay, weird. That's not what happened before. What about now? It doesn't follow me though, right? Yeah. But it does create more, which kind of try to follow you. Interesting. Interesting. But when we go up. Yeah, that's what I expected. Okay, it doesn't want to work when you're going up. Death Ritual Spear. We already have the stuff for it. This thing's weird. Yeah, it does not work at all on the elevator. It tries to. Oh, it kind of did. Yeah, but see, none of that's falling on the elevator. Yeah, that's not working. Especially when it's going up. Frenzy Flame Thrust. Okay, so this should work up here. While we're not moving. Oh, never mind. It doesn't work at all. Gotcha. No fire on the elevator. See that? Okay, so this should work the same way as the other ones. Yeah, it's not spawning any fire on the elevator. It doesn't wanna. It'll spawn it around the elevator, but not on the elevator. That's important. That's what we're testing. This is a projectile. I don't know what I'm testing with this. But Fiend's Sacred Spear. So this spawns a projectile. Unlike the Mogwin one. I don't think it has the nearby AoE. Oh, it makes a new one every time, too. Cool. Okay, I need to test if it actually has an AoE, too. Like, it doesn't just need the target. I need to test if it will actually hit enemies next to me. First off, no. However... Okay, so no. No, it doesn't. See, the reason that we're testing that is because this will actually work, I believe. Yes, yes it does. Okay. Almost bled. It's just because it's unupgraded. It's just because it's unupgraded. Spear of the Impaler. It spawns the projectile, so it should just put it in the elevator. Like, it won't follow us, but it'll be there. Like, it'll actually spawn. But in order to do this, we'd have to... I'd have to get creative. Otherwise I'll fall off the elevator. Or the elevator will reach the ground before I do it. Yeah, see, the spears don't follow. The explosion will still happen. It works like Horrorlu's Earthshaker. The explosion happens, but it travels as you're moving. Dragon Halberd, the final, like, lightning explosion, I don't think that'll work. Yeah, but it still hits, but there's no lightning explosion. Maybe? Yeah, see, that didn't happen last time. I think it's because it was in the ground, because we were moving up. That's what happened with Thunderbolts, so... Very likely if you use the Pull Blade of the Bud's Ash of War, you'd fly off the side, so be careful with that. In fact, let me just show you. I should try that for, like, a flying idea. But that's for later. Magma Whip Candlestick. This will probably spawn lava everywhere, yep. Touch my helmet. I like my fashion. Doesn't work when you're going down, but it will be spawning elevator in the whole area as we move. This is interesting. Oh, I ran out of stamina. Whatever, it still worked. Interesting. I actually think that's a better idea to be going up the elevator first. Also, I remember, like, the initial fire, that, and then the explosion are both hitboxes. So you could, like, Dark Souls 3 Black Knight Greatsword that. The perfumes actually probably don't work at all. Yeah. You don't want to have perfumes while going on an elevator. Because they don't follow you. I think that's... Oh wait, I also wanted to show off Holy Ground. The Holy Ground creates a floor that heals you. A sigil on the floor that will heal you. That's not gonna happen while we're on the elevator. See, it's not gonna follow. It'll stick around for a while, which is interesting. You could make, like, a floor of healing. It would look cool. Like, someone puts one at the top, someone puts one at the bottom, and someone puts one in the middle. That sounds like fun. But it's gonna be just for fun. It's not gonna be effective at all. I mean, I could show you St. Trina's torch. It's just gonna work the same way the magma has. Where it spawns the fire, and then you move, and the fire stays up there, and, like... Yeah. Interesting, but yeah. Let's move on to consumables. I've got consumables set up. There's just 5 that I was thinking would be interesting to show off. So Gravity Stone Fan. That works normally. While you're moving, it doesn't work normally. It works the way the shockwave ones do. Where it kind of stays in the air a little bit. And we saw from the other Verticality video, if you actually are above the opponent, over a large hole in the ground, it will go down the hole. However, elevators are too deep. And so you can't actually use the elevator as a platform for the projectile to travel across. See? It doesn't spawn. But if I do it facing the wall, it should work. Actually, you know what? Maybe it's because I'm throwing it off the ledge. Maybe it'll work if I do it this way. No. Okay. Yeah, I guess it's too deep. Oh, I died. Next, I have the Gravity Stone Chunk. This one you throw. So, I believe this one will work. Yeah, it spawns where you throw it. Much like the other explosion. So even if we're going down, it'll make it like that. In the air. And then, we're at the top, they're at the bottom. I should be able to throw this all the way to the bottom. Gravity Stone Fan was a bit disappointing. I guess we reached the limit of how far it can go. But this could actually work if we could throw it straight down. Really? That was far enough. Okay, I'm gonna need a target. Test dummy! This dummy, come here! If you're locked on to someone, you'll actually throw it better. Okay, it goes down. It just went straight down. Huh. Well, we're all out. Okay, so Fire Sprite Stone should work too. It doesn't go far down enough. Wow. That's disappointing. I didn't think that would happen. Yeah, wow. I thought it would reach. Well, Surging Frenzy Flame will save us there. Check this out. You don't really have a lot of control over it, but it works. Ouchie. Yeah, that's not enough build-up. That's not gonna work. Okay, this isn't gonna work either, but... I just think it's pretty. Yeah, it doesn't go far down enough. We saw that in the last video, but it still works. But I'm interested in seeing it while we're going... I'm pretty sure what's gonna happen while we're moving on the elevator is it works like all the explosion projectiles, where it gets stuck where it lands. So if we're going down... Okay, that's all gonna hit the wall. It's just kind of gonna get stuck where it is. So if we're going up, it's not gonna work at all. It's gonna get stuck as we're going up. Yeah, see? Going up this way, though. See, it hit the ceiling. Yeah, it just straight up doesn't really work. And that's it. This should work, though. This should be like da-da-da-da, and then it hits them. Or if I'm like close enough, and I throw it over the ledge. Yeah, I guess it's not a very long-range projectile. Okay, so next up we have spells. Go in there. Get to work, dummy. Show off the spells. Show everyone the spells. Actually, you know what? I need to be there too, because I'm the camera. So we have... Cannon of Haima. That's dangerous. Okay, so Cannon of Haima while we're on the elevator. Should work. Just fine, yep. Even when we're moving. Yep, just fine. Gotcha. It should also travel very far down. But I was interested in Gavel of Haima. Yeah, the explosion. It definitely works the way the other things work. I want something with more magic resistance. Gavel of Haima. So the explosion doesn't follow you. But that doesn't really matter because of how it works. Next up we have... Oh, Terra Magica. Don't have to worry about this one. So this one just won't follow you. The same way that Holy Ground doesn't. As you see, when we go back down, it's still gonna be there. And debuff is gone, or buff is gone, yeah. Founding Rain of Stars is actually pretty interesting. Let me show you this. So the verticality of Founding Rain of Stars is actually pretty far. So, if I use Founding Rain of Stars here, and then we start going down, it's actually gonna reach the elevator. All the way. And as you can see, way more of the projectiles hit me because I got farther away from the actual cloud that spawns Founding Rain of Stars. I've been messing with Founding Rain of Stars, and it is actually working out. Because I tried out Rain of Fire, and it sucks. But I found out that this is a thing that Rain of Fire does, too. It's not as good, but this, like, Founding Rain of Stars is actually pretty interesting. So, Twin Moons. I was interested in how it works. It doesn't seem to follow you. But I was interested to see if, like, while you're falling down, if you'd get stuck in the air. Apparently you don't. So that's nice. Roiling Magma. Okay, this one's gonna be interesting. Okay, so Roiling Magma. I was interested to see... Spawns the magma still. It's cool. What about while we're moving? While we're moving, I spawn the... Oh, I don't have the FP. That's the wrong button. Ah, they're not gonna... Oh, don't die, test dummy. Okay. It's gonna take a moment. So while we're moving, if I put the thing here... Oh yeah, that just straight up phased into the ground. It's still down there. See? If I do this... Then we're just gonna leave it behind, huh? Yeah. And it doesn't spawn any lava anywhere, because we're too far away. Okay. What's next? Oh, Crystal Release. I actually don't think Crystal Release will follow you when you're going down. Let's see. Down or up. Well, let's go down first. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, so that sucks. That's a big downside of Crystal Release, which sucks, because I wanted it to be interesting. Yeah, that just straight up doesn't do anything when you're on an elevator. Well, that sucks. But it makes sense. I wanted to show Impenetrable Thorns. Doesn't work. Straight up does not work. Like, even if I spam it. It's only gonna fire off the elevator. Even if I'm, like, right in front. No good at all. Doesn't work on the elevator. It does, however, work like this. Wait a second. That thing we were trying to do where we hit people from farther away? Oh, maybe it doesn't. It's spawning somewhere. I can hear the explosion, but I don't see it. I don't see it on either screen. Oh, it tried. Oh! I'm confused. I don't know where it's spawning. I think it's trying to go through the elevator. Yeah. Maybe if I move the elevator away. Oh, it's way too heavy for... I don't really need this. If I move the elevator. Oh yeah. That. It goes through the underside of the elevator. That's scary. Okay. Explosive Ghost Flame. Let's try it out. As expected, it doesn't follow, but it looks like it did spawn down. Let's see if it actually does do that. Oh, cool. Message of praise. Does it spawn? Yes, it spawns in the air. Oh, no, it doesn't. It doesn't spawn in the air at all. It spawns on the walls. The explosion works, which is nice because it will still push people off. Oh, Meteorite. I wanted to see if Meteorite worked. Find out. It sure tried. It sure tried. That was close, actually. Do it again while down, though. Oh yeah, that doesn't work. It doesn't work going down. It tries. Interesting. The going up actually worked better. Try again. Woo! Well, that works. Interesting, because it like puts you in front of the portal that spawns them all. Incantation. So, aspects of the Crucible Bloom. Spawns projectiles. See, the light was showing up down there? You probably didn't see that, but the light was showing up. It tried. I don't think it really works. It spawns this, and then they start happening. They don't really follow the elevator. Try one more. Yeah, it'll spawn where it happens. But I think it'll fall all the way down. Yeah, it does. Okay. We need to test this a little bit more. Does this go down that far? Suppose I'll have to lock on after. There we go. Yes, it does. Ooh. Oh, wait. Oh, there we go. Yeah, a couple of those hit. Interesting. What about Lightning Strike? It wanted to. Oh, they're all spawning on the elevator. Okay. I don't think this is working. I don't think Lightning Strike's gonna... Yeah. I think it works when the elevator's up, though. Oh, it does! Oh. So, does that mean it will work when we're going down? It does! Ooh, interesting. Okay, I actually didn't think Lightning Strike would work. What about when we're going up? Yeah, it doesn't really work when we're going up. Okay. Ancient Dragon's Lightning Spear. This is one of the ones that works down. We need to be a little careful not to die. I keep dying. But yeah, this one works down. Not as far as I thought it would. It seemed. Yeah, that doesn't really go quite as far as I thought it did. Yeah, that one hit the wall. Oh well. It should work on the elevator. Nothing else. Yeah, it collides with the elevator. And then it causes the lightning to splash. Which is still good. Like here. Yeah. And then the lightning splash travels on its own. I'm interested if the roar of Rugalea actually follows you. Let's try. Because it is, like, each one an individual projectile. I think it does. Okay, that makes sense. What about Burn O Flame? I'm pretty sure this is not gonna work. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Try one more time going down, but I'm pretty sure that's not gonna work. It tried. It wanted to, but it really doesn't seem to work at all. Okay, Black Flame Ritual. I don't think this will follow us. Yeah, it didn't seem to work at all. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if it spawns above me. It doesn't spawn at all. That's disappointing. Does it spawn if I charge it? Like, is it just not reaching anything to spawn on? Huh. No, it just straight up doesn't work. What about when we're not moving? Sometimes that is important. Okay, that worked. Okay, stop dying, test dummy. That's not a very strong attack. Come on. At least it works, sort of. What about Beast Claw? When it's not moving? It works when it's not moving. What about when we're going down? Does it spawn in the air? It kind of does. Yeah. Can't actually tell. What about when we're going up? Does it collide with the ground? No, actually. It does try to climb the wall. Try this again. Yeah, it seems to just work. It's like a projectile that has a lot of gravity. So it just falls, but when it collides with something, it tries to climb it. Ranks Beast Claw? This one's sort of an explosion, so I don't really expect it to work. Like, I expect it to go up. Much faster. Yeah, it seems to work better when we're actually moving. think that one's actually better. But it might not actually hit you because of the way it works. Okay, so Scarlet Aeonia. I am expecting this to not follow. The explosion's just gonna stay in the air. And that is not at all what happened. However, I think it is actually what happened, because the test dummy did not get hit by that. Like, at all. Like, the visual flower follows us, but doesn't seem like the rot effect did. We try that again. So if this is following us, it should hit the test dummy. Like, right now. They should not be able to walk into that. Don't die! Oh, sorry, test dummy, you're gonna die. The rotten butterflies. I don't think this will follow us. Yeah, that doesn't follow at all. It does spawn the butterflies later, though. So when we're going down, yeah, the vortex will be up there, the butterflies will be there, and none of it will be actually new. Next to the Crucible Breath. You can kind of aim it up, but when you're going up, it doesn't seem to work quite as well. It works much better if you're going down, I think. Land of Shadow is a projectile, spawning explosion. So, yeah, I didn't expect that to work. It doesn't seem to even spawn the projectiles. Radagon's Rings of Light. This might actually work. Yeah, that actually worked. Cool. Radagon's Rings of Light actually seems to work. Yeah, it spawns on yous, though. What about Litany of Proper Death? Like, you should never use this in PvP, but does it work? Like, it just doesn't work in PvP. Oh, it actually seems to work. Like, it spawns each individual hit. Oops. Okay, it doesn't seem to bypass the fall. Frozen Lightning Spear, this should work. But not... Oh, it hit the test dummy, though. Yeah, that didn't. Okay. How far down can I throw it? Because I remember being able to throw, like, lightning spears down pretty far. I didn't... Oh, it went across the gap, though. Didn't expect that. Yeah, it's not gonna... Oh! Never mind. Okay. Ouch. Test dummy in pain. Flame of the Fell God, that should work. But not really. Like, it's just gonna be the explosion part. Or the fire that gets spawned from it. See, it goes down. It'll try. See? Ooh, it went pretty far, actually. Cool. Let's try Blood Flame Talons. I want to see if Blood Flame Talons spawns an explosion. Or if it actually is tracking you. Like, it should spawn an explosion. So this will go, like, up. Yeah. Which means when we're going up, it'll go down. Which means it doesn't work. Yeah. Okay. What about the tornado? Does the tornado even work? Like, over the gap? It does. Okay, but, like, what about while we're moving? Will it just travel in a straight line? Yeah, it collides against the wall before I really get to see. Yeah, it doesn't seem to work quite as well when we're going up. What about Ancient Dragon's Lightning Strike? Does that work? That almost hit the test dummy. Oh, that hit the test dummy. I want to see if Howl of Shabriri makes an explosion. So, like, it won't travel with me. No, it actually emanates from the caster. Which means it won't hit the test dummy more than once. Yep. Cool. So, Light of Mikella. Light of Mikella. There we go. Okay. This doesn't work. On elevators? You see, it just skips the elevator. And those beams are not hitting anything. If you were locked onto someone who was on an elevator, it will spawn this straight in the ground. Like if we're here, first off, it's not gonna go. The explosion might hit, but it's not gonna work. Most of the time, like if I did this, and I try to aim it down here, first off, it fires in a straight line no matter what. But pretty much, if you try to just launch this off the side of a ledge... There we go, okay. I tried to go a little too far. If you just launch this off an edge, it'll go as far as it can. But notice how it goes straight down. Like, it's gonna spawn on the flat surface as far down as it can. It might reach over there? No, it didn't. Okay. So yeah, that doesn't really work. And then Minor Erd Tree almost fell and died. This will work much like Holy Ground, which means if we spawn it, it'll stay in the air. Or at least that's what I thought. Apparently, it does not work that way. It actually has to connect to the ground. And there's no ground here, so it's underneath the elevator. Can I spawn it here? Nope. It does not want to get on the elevator. Okay, so that just straight up doesn't work on the elevator. Like, watch. I'll try to put it on the elevator one more time, and we'll look underneath the elevator. Oh, and there's nothing there. Great! I thought for sure we'd see it. Oh well. And one more thing. Any of the dragon incantations which cause you to stay in the air for a while will not save you from a death by falling. And if you try to do the jump version... Okay, so all the dragon incantations that keep you from falling... Yeah, that's not gonna work. So, like, you stop in midair, right? It doesn't reset how far you fell. The game only cares about how far you fell. You still die. That's all. So if you're going down an elevator, do the jumping thing, the elevator's really long, you're going to die. One sends the elevator down, you do a breath attack. Oh wow! We're actually going down with the elevator with this. Huh. Okay. Never mind. That's why we test things. Okay. And that's it for everything. Ashes of War, Consumables, Incantations, Sorceries. Not in that order. For elevators. Elevators are weird. You can't get backstabs on them, you can't get ripostes on them, but you can still do parries. Things that travel along the ground don't work. If you're going down, your projectiles will smash into the elevator. If you're going up, projectiles will float above things. Or actually the other way. If you're going up, the projectiles will smash into the elevator. If you're going down, your projectiles will float above things. And jumping seems to be totally fine. Because you follow with the elevator, as long as you were originally touching the elevator. That seems to be the case. Okay, so next up is going to be the extremes. Things that go really far. And then we will finally be done with Verticality. So thank you for watching. I'm taking off.